All right, there we go. Looks like everything's up and running. But yeah, hello out there again, everyone. We're currently back on part 9 of our Totemless and Shieldless series, and like business as usual, we're not going to use a totem or a shield. Wow, who'd have thought, right? Currently November 23rd, and it's Thanksgiving, so I'm getting dinner in a few hours. That'll be fun. But until then, I got nothing better to do because I got the day off, so yeah. Let's see, we got a bunch of ice, and we're currently cooking here at day 85. And I want some more food. There we go. And we are going to keep working on the ice boat road and try and get that finished up today. Last time we dug the entire tunnel. It's just now we have to, well, fill it in. Nothing too hard, but still something that needs doing, so let's go ahead and get started. We dug a tunnel from my base all the way out to the nether fortress of 3x2, and we're gonna plant a bunch of packed ice into it and hope that something works, because that's really about all I can do. It should be pretty easy, luckily, so we shouldn't have to worry about it too bad. I don't have nearly enough packed ice, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, down that way is actually our iceberg biome that I found, where I'm getting all this ice from. And I'm gonna also make sure I don't have a stroke or something, so we're gonna be a little careful about what we're doing. Not that careful though, but let's see here. 10 stacks of ice, 640 blocks. We have that, so that will get us to the end of this hallway with like a 1 wide and not really much more than that. So yeah, we've got about 500 blocks to go in this direction, and then another 1,000 on top of that. So, you know, 30 stacks is 1840, or not 1840, but it's about 1,900 blocks worth of ice, which gets us the whole 1,000 there and back pretty much. So yeah, we're gonna need like another chest and a half is what we're really looking to get. So definitely a fair bit of ice. It's not nothing, so if I can at least get a 1 wide strip going all the way there, that'll at least be pretty solid. Barring stuff like this happening, but that's alright. An easy fix. And at least it's a lot quicker on the way back, so that's good. I'm worried about like walking off a cliff, even though I'm pretty much positive this thing's been secured the whole way through, but and I'm not gonna shift for this because that would just take way too long, so we'll just keep an eye on it instead and just hope. That should be fine though. What's the worst that could happen? Other than dying. You know, other than that, I mean, shit, there's nothing else to really be afraid of. But the reason blaze farms are so important is because, you know, you can start making potions, yeah, that's cool, that's whatever, but the main thing is that, you know, blaze drops 10 XP, and a normal mob drops like 5. Skeleton spawners can have them drop up to 8 depending on how much gear they're wearing. So they can be worth a good bit, or they're at least pretty close that way, but I've only found a cave spider spawner before this, so it's not bad at all, and it's great for spider eyes. But it's everything else is where it's a problem. It's just not that fast compared to this, hopefully, so. And it should be quicker to get to this, because I don't have to go down into my mines to like go down to the cave spider spawner. So it should just be a quick pop through the nether, and then like a small ladder that goes up, and then I just go. I'll have to actually use signs to label some stuff, but we already made it out to one end, so that's pretty good. And then this is the actual long part of this. But for the actual farm itself, it'll just be a pretty simple standard design. It's literally just, you know, a bunch of lava. It has to be like, but actually we have to dig out the tunnel for it, like the hole for it quite a lot. Because since lava gives off light, obviously we can't really have it too close at all. So it needs to be something like, probably like 8 blocks below or something like that. So our killing chamber is going to be in the dead center of the room. It'll be a 3 wide like strip of blocks. That way it's a little bit symmetrical. And then from there it's actually pretty easy. It's just have a bunch of lava going from each corner and like feed into the little central point, and that's it. So we placed in what we could, so we'll go ahead and just start driving back now. You can already see how much quicker this is though. Don't have to worry nearly as bad. And we'll go ahead and grab some more packed ice since this boat road takes me all the way down there too. I'm actually gonna grab some cobblestone first because I want to install some slabs like I mentioned last time. Here we go, we'll slow down a little bit. At least it forces you into crawl mode, but yeah, we're gonna install just a couple of slabs in here and some stairs, so let's go ahead and grab those. But that way it physically forces the boat to slow down, and then we can like get off of it or just place the boat again when we actually want to go, but make sure that I don't fuck up anything. So a good thing to do. So yeah, we just need some slabs and some stairs like so. And I want to get some signs going, so I got the sticks. I'll make a couple of extra, they can't hurt to have. And I need to harvest some of the trees out there in the world, but that's alright for now. And yeah, pro tip, labeling stuff helps. Wow, who would have thought, right? So we're gonna go ahead and label our iceberg biome and our nether fortress, that way we know which is which, so I don't end up picking a bunch of stupid shit all the time. We'll just do a little something like this. So that's our nether fortress, that's our iceberg. A little overboard there, there we go. And we can just like tie it with a little something like this. Just because I can. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our signs. I love Xbox Game Bar. It's so cool and it's the best feature, clearly. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, we'll do a little something like that. And wow, it's that easy. Who'd have thought? Okay. And yeah, it's pretty much just a quick boat ride through. And it's probably not super dangerous. Or it shouldn't be, at least. Well, it's not crazy bad. Do a little something like this to see if I can actually like physically catch the boat or not. So like if I come flying down here, I don't have to worry about it like, you know, beating the shit out of me. I can literally just go straight and I should be able to get caught by the stairs, even going at full speed. Yep. Wow, that's pretty nice. I wonder if you go fast enough if it'll actually like, take you through the whole thing or not. Oh yeah, we ought to be a little careful and maybe let up just a smidge here and there, but nah, it's fine. I want to say stuff does spawn on ice, but I'm honestly not 100% sure. The fact that I don't see anything is kind of fucked up, but I want to say stuff does spawn on packed ice. I don't really see a reason why I wouldn't. It's not a transparent block. No, it's not, because you would have seen that light from the glowstone go straight through it earlier. So no, it's not transparent. Thought it was for a second there. Almost psyched myself out. But yeah, we got our funny little silk touch pick here that we can use. And then we've got a ton of other icebergs to go through. So we'll probably just dig through this one and go straight there, start digging through some of these. They don't have to all be like together or nothing, but it does help to just pick an iceberg and go, you know. Try and flatten them all out completely. And you know, we'll just spend a little bit just to bridge this out a little bit more, because why not? Doesn't really matter at the end of the day, I guess, but, you know, why not? I hope everyone's having a good Thanksgiving at least. I know I am. I'd like having the day off and not having to do a whole bunch. Because stuff's about to get a lot harder for the end of the year for me, so that's gonna be fun. Oh, is it already becoming nighttime again? It can't be already nighttime again, I just slept, like... I hope Minecraft starts adding a little bit more fantasy stuff again. It's been a while since I really, not quite. I mean, the Deep Dark, you know, definitely is a lot more fantasy, but I don't know, there's... Just want more stuff like that, you know. Would be pretty nice. Whether or not they actually do is a whole different story, but it would be cool if they did one day. Well, we pretty much filled up on ice here. I mean, it's pretty easy. Just head back on up. Oh shit, I actually had the stairs on me. I could just do this, do I? Forgot about that. Whoops. Forgot I don't actually have the ceiling carved out high enough. There we go. I forgot that half slabs are still affected by packed ice, or just ice in general. Hmm. Oh, it's only a little jank. I'm sure it's fine. There we go. A little something like that should be good. Better than nothing. Doesn't really need to be perfect, but it should be better one day. I barely even put a dent in it. Nice. Okay. What the shenanigans? Hey, Lenny. I'm doing some ice boating. Look at me go. That's hanging pretty well. I'm just building a big ass tunnel and laying it with ice because I need ice. Look how much faster this is. I used to have to walk this distance. Good for him for trying it though. He didn't get in the back with me, did he? Because that would be a little annoying. But they can spawn on packed ice apparently, so that's cool. Glad that's a thing. If not, I'm gonna have to layer all this with buttons if I really don't want shit to spawn down here, which I'm not doing that, so, you know. At least since a good chunk of this goes through a wart forest, or, yeah, it is a wart one, like the blue one. I shouldn't have to worry about Enderman, because it'll only be 2 blocks tall, so that'll at least be, pretty easy. Now, I think I've got enough here to go the whole way through. So I should be able to make it to one side, and then I can start working on making my way back. Got any plans for Thanksgiving at all, Lenny? Because me personally, I'm just gonna like wait until about 4 to go visit my mom and go have dinner there, and then head back home for the day. I'm enjoying the day off, you know. I mean, why think? Why not do? You could always make the Fisher Price Platoon controller. There's nothing stopping you from doing it. Other than you're just scared or something. And money. Money is also usually the big thing. Once you got enough of it left over, then all of a sudden you can. I keep talking about wanting to stream Splatoon on here, but I never end up doing it, just because that means I have to, like, sit down and play Splatoon, unfortunately. I really ought to get sharpness on this sword, too. Yep. Doing good enough on ice. Oh, I guess I got some regular ice in here, unfortunately. I ended up taking up a slot and I didn't realize it. It'd be funny if this still worked, but no. Use your FAFSA money for that? Like a dumbass? Oh man, that's crazy. As long as you have more money like going in than you have like putting out, then you can spend like that excess on whatever you want. But that's the big thing, is that like the money you're making from FAFSA and from like your actual job, is it more money coming in than you're putting out after tax, you know? Like for me, like I've sat down and I've, you know, crunched it, and with my car payment I'll be able to put away about $300. That's $300 a month in savings, or $300 a month I can just spend on whatever. So it's a good bit of extra money. an okay bit of extra money. I used to be able to save 900 before this damn car payment, but I'm getting a loan at some point, so I can just pay it off and have it show up on my credit that I made on-time payments. I'd say your school ought to offer office products for free. I don't know if they do or not, but a lot of them tend to, so you might want to look at that as all. You're almost near the end. This was like, this was the point where I like finally finished mining it out, so we actually should be fairly close at the end of it here. This wasn't even enough ice to get all the way down, so that's cool. And we're out of ice. Because it's somewhere down here at the end is the end of it. Oh, we almost made it, apparently. So yeah, another 2 trips ought to do it. At least you got more money coming in next semester. You just gotta make sure to budget it super well is all. It's not rocket science or nothing, but you just gotta be careful to not overdo it on your spending is all. Of course, that can be easier said than done, but still important. There we go, so that gets the end of it done. And then, yeah, it's a pretty quick boat ride back at least. Once I get back to this ice, that is, it's a quick ride. I think the only thing that'll spawn here are magma cubes since it's in a basalt delta, so I should be able to limit it pretty hard. And then with the other one just being Enderman, it actually should be pretty safe for a lot of this. Barring shit like... Okay, luckily he's more scared of them. Ah, okay. Check this out. Ah, that one wasn't a one-shot, that's annoying. Oh, what's he gonna do? Kill me. There we go. That was only a little awkward. Oh, yeah, no, see, if you get a grant, it's your money. What those grants will tend to do is they get put towards your school bills first, but if all your bills in school are already paid off, so like your tuition and your room and board and all that, you get to keep the leftover and you can use it however you want. So that's why mine is a pretty sweet deal with the grant that I'm getting. It's like $2,800 because I already have all my tuition and like books fully paid for by like Florida for my funny little grant, my scholarship. And I get to keep that extra $2,800 and use it however I need to, so it's a very nice deal. You just have to make sure all the other bills are paid off first, though. So if you have any like outstanding debts, you used to owe like a couple hundred on your housing or your food bills there because you bought a meal plan or books or anything like that, it'll just go straight to that first, and then you'll get any of the leftovers if there are leftovers. Oh, sweet. Imagine having a scholarship. I don't have to imagine, luckily, but would have sucked had I not gotten one. I just wouldn't have been to college, honestly, had I not gotten a scholarship. It just was that bad. Alright, yeah, basalt's not supposed to go in there. Whoops. Anything else is. Oh, well, it's gonna go in there anyway, so I'm out of space. Ooh, boy. I think I'll mine some more trees before I go out and do more. I just need more space for chests and storage at this point. Apparently, I just don't ever seem to have enough of it. Disappointed that I never found, Alright, yeah, I can mine the whole thing that I planted for a reason. Yeah, do I? Point I never found any spruce yet so far. I would love to, but how to make a staircase that just goes straight up here. I think that's something else I'll have to do today. Otherwise, I gotta walk up here by the other way, and that's not a bad way to go, but I think this ends up just being quicker. I still have to implant some grass up here. Hey, it's only gonna be a goblin cave for a little longer. Probably. I really just want this blaze farm first, and then I can kind of start doing whatever else from there. Mainly, I want to fix this ugly piece of shit up, so I keep forgetting to do that. Hell, I might tear it down and start again, to be honest. I'm not even 100% sure. There we go. I think that's a good start for now. Alright, we'll go ahead and make a couple of extra chests, like so. And then I just think I need like a whole separate area for my storage at this point. I think it's about time I do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. We'll cook up a little something like this. I do have a super long hallway, but, you know, gotta keep it a little clean, you know. Well, it's mainly, this hallway is really more of a tunnel just to get through the other side of the mountain at some point. So it's not gonna be like a long hallway like this. Well, it's gonna be a long hallway like this for a long time, but I'll actually have stuff like above ground at some point. But this is more like, instead of me having to climb the mountain and get to other sides of it, I'll be able to like take like a little tunnel that just goes down here and then just like boat across like super quickly. So this is more just mountain like stuff for now because I just don't want to build a base without building a good bit of farms first and going from there. I have got silk touch now. I could just like do this to fill in some of the gaps. Smooth it all out. Oh yeah. Forgot I could do that. It's not about what it is, it's about what it'll be. And, you know, if it branches off a little bit better, it should be easier to manage too. There we go. That'll be a good start. I don't know. I don't know what I want to use this part for, but can't hurt to dig a little something just so I can get stone too and even that room out a little bit better. Here we go. And yeah, that should be a good place to start. Alright. And we'll widen it out just a little bit just because I can do that. No, I've already done that before too many times, and I'm trying to touch, or not touch villagers for a very long time at this point. I've already messed with them too much in the past. I want like, oh, I'll probably have like a smelting room in there. That ought to be good. There we go. So it begins. Yeah, let's go ahead and get everything moved over and then kind of just go from there. That's all a bunch of wood-based stuff, and then we got mob drops that we'll work on. We'll put a bunch of our woods in here, and then we'll just kind of start moving down the line. I think dirt will go down here just because I can do that. And we got mob drops here I can start taking. There we go. Oh, it's more like every other time I've made a trading hall, that's all I focus on for like a bunch of time. Like afterwards, it'll just be like trading hall stuff for like a really long time. I'd rather not have it devolve that soon yet. Let's see, I think bulk blocks on this side, and then we'll start having in like stuff that I have like a little bit more like finer amounts on this side, so like our mob drops will go over here. Just because I can do that. And then, yeah, we need to have something for farming there too, will be our big one. Oh, and our stone, of course. Yeah, farming's an absolute big chest here, so I want to make sure this stays organized. We'll put the farming stuff next to the dirt because that just makes sense. Here we go. Then I'll reshuffle some stuff around in here at some point. I think I need a separate chest for, what's the word? Like things I can plant and things I can eat. Potatoes will probably just go in like things I can plant. Then baked potatoes will go in things I can eat. Yeah, I'll do that. That'll be pretty easy. Let's see here, things I can plant. Go up into here. I think I should have a separate thing for saplings. Alright, and then probably a separate one for like products here. So stuff like that. And then I'll take the glow berries and put them here. And then I'll probably just mix like bone meal and saplings in here just because I can do that too. I was gonna go in there. There we go, I think it's a little bit more organized. And then cobblestone is super easy. I have cobblestone in here. Oh yeah, nether shit. We'll probably just have like nether stuff down here for now. Maybe some of the rarer ones can go up here, but for the most part, I think it's where a lot of it'll go. Mainly, I think netherrack will be its own chest because there's just so much of it, so really what I'm aiming for here. I have netherrack in there, and then everything else can get kind of dumped into here and do whatever. Here we go. Alright, we're finally almost done, so all it is now is just the different stone-based stuff, and then it's just valuables, which will be going in here, so here for some of the other stones, I kind of want to just dump them all in here. And I believe I picked up some basalt, yeah. So we'll put some of that in there. I know gravel's not really a stone, but hush. That's annoying. And let's see what else we got. Here we go. Nice, alright. And this is where we start just taking out all of our valuables out of here, and we dump them somewhere else. Don't really want to break the chest here, because I don't want to risk losing anything. Not that there's really a risk to it, but you never know. Oh, and I still have all these old pickaxes that I want to frame at some point, so we're gonna have to do that. Probably not today, but definitely soon-ish. There we go. Just out of space there. Otherwise, we're almost done. Take our wooden and our stone. Our first ever tools in the entire world here, so of each type too, which is pretty rare to be able to keep them all like that, so that's why I'm trying to still keep them. But yeah, and especially once I make my first netherite pickaxe and I think it's worn down to a nub, then I'll just, you know, hang that one away in there too. Just because it's funny. And otherwise, that's all of that. Got a lot of space to work with. We got a lot more now, at least if nothing else. That's good. Still need ice. We need a lot of ice. But I think I'll have a separate one for like metals and then another one for like generic valuables. Not to mention I need like another crafting table anyway, so I'll go ahead and do that. And maybe put it like back up here or something. Yeah, here we go. Oops, that was caps lock. Everyone loves caps lock. There we go. What, the DM? No way. I guess I'll do something different for raw, but it's alright. Let's see what's cracking in Discord. Oh, nothing important. That's fair. Yeah, we got raw there. And then this one will just be a little bit more like miscellaneous valuables, so things that I still want to keep separate, but don't really want to do a whole lot with right now. And then we'll go ahead and make a little thing for redstone, just that way this is out of the way. Do something like that. Keep the glowstone there and the golden apples. Keep the boots in there, because I don't fucking know. I want to move that around though a little bit more. I'll probably end up burning that. But yeah, otherwise, there we go. I think we got something a little bit better here. I'll just put the flint in there for now. There we go. I think we got something a little bit better cooked up in here. We'll make another double chest. And then we'll move around some of the old, like, unstackable things, just so that way they're out of the way a little bit more. So mainly, like, you know, your weapons and your horse armors and things like that. And this fortune axe as well, and that flint and steel. I want to leave these pickaxes in here, though, specifically to make sure they don't get commingled. We'll go ahead and dump all this shit away then otherwise, but... Cool, I got the storage all moved around then, so that's good. I'll have to make an actual bedroom at some point too, but that's, you know, it's a later thing. That's something worth worrying about right now. Wow, Uber, I love Uber, get the fuck out of here. Yep, it's a quick boat drive now to go get the rest of the packed ice. Not the rest, but more. Packed ice is what we really needed. I wonder which way I have to go. We've got a little bit of extra packed ice now. We're still not even really making a dent in these icebergs because, yeah, no shit. But, it's pretty good though. I have not beaten the Ender Dragon yet, unfortunately, but I'm working on it, kind of. Not really. I'm just doing other stuff for now because I really want to make my base a little bit better before I start doing other stuff. As in, I still don't even have a house to live in, really, so I kind of want to get that first. But right now, I'm just working on getting a bunch of packed ice for a tunnel in the nether. And then that tunnel takes me to another fortress like 1,500 blocks away, so that's why I'm putting so much into getting packed ice here. Or on the home stretch of that, at least, that's good. And then it's just a quick boat ride back home, so that's nice. I'm gonna go. Well, if it's just $100, then you might as well go out and just buy a 3D printer at that point and like find the CAD file yourself if it's that big a deal. Like just go out there and find the CAD file or make it yourself and then like just print it yourself, you know. There ought to be like a shop that like has like 3D printing but more like out of actual like materials, so like metal and things like that, so you can like manufacture like aftermarket parts for like cars and shit like that when you know no one else will. So that way you could actually like preserve a lot of shit like that, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, just ask around for a 3D printer. I'm sure someone will lend you something, doy. You know they're not expensive anymore. They're not that expensive anymore. They used to be in an arm and a leg for being like doo-doo ass, but I think it's been like 8 or 10 years since they really went commercial like that, so they're a lot more manageable nowadays. Oh my god, the end. I don't believe it. Oh, I haven't ever lost it to anything really stupid yet. I've gotten close, because this is actually my second hardcore world. This is really more like my third one that I've really had. I had another one that I did die in from being a moron, but that was unrelated. But, but I've only got one other, like, actual hardcore world that I take somewhat seriously. And I've gotten a couple of close calls. Like, I was fighting the Ender Dragon 20 times in a row to get all the different, end gateways right. Because you can kill it another, like, 20 times to get all the end gateways. And I, like, blinked out so hard that I kept running headfirst into the dragon without realizing how much damage I was taking, and I popped a totem, and I almost died after because I didn't, like, think about it until the totem made the funny spooky noise. It scared the shit out of me. And, yeah, that was fun. And then there was another time I almost died to a bunch of guardians, just being a dumbass trying to build a guardian farm, and it's a whole thing, you know. But, still haven't lost it yet, though. I've gotten close, but I haven't actually lost anything. Or the other time was Riptide 3 Trident in like the rain, but I mean that one's a given. I mean everyone almost dies to it at least once because, you know, it's fun. And when it's fun, it's dangerous, so. Or especially with something like that. We got a good bit of packed ice. Not enough to finish this yet, but enough to get a very far, good bit of distance in. But hardcore, is a kind of a little secret. Hardcore isn't really that hard, spoiler alert. It's just, it's as hard as you make it, so me not using a shield or a totem makes it a lot harder nowadays, but I could also just say fuck it and not allow villager trading or enchanting or like something like that to make it even harder. Or I can make it so I can't eat or something stupid like that down the line or whatever the case is. But, no, hardcore is, or I actually don't use chunk base as well, so that also makes it a lot harder too, because you can't go out and just use chunk base to, like, find it, but... Oh, you built an Enderman farm and fell into the void? That's something I've never done, because I love building farms. That is the only farm I straight up refuse to ever make, because they're just dumb after a certain point. If you want an XP farm, go build a Guardian farm, it's in the overworld, and it's faster. And, like, they actually have designs that are, like, you don't have to hollow out a whole monument for anymore, which is real good. And then, Enderman farms just give you Ender Pearls. Big whoop. You know, like, come on. The only time I would ever consider building an Enderman farm would be to not use it as an Enderman farm. It'd be for a Wither Rose farm. Well, that'll be, like, on an outer end island that's, like, pretty secluded, so I'll still have land near me, but, falling into the void's a no-go. But I definitely wouldn't do it until I got an Elytra. If I ever did have to do it, it would only be after I get an Elytra. Because it is literally just not worth it otherwise. It just doesn't give you, it gives you some, like, you know, good XP and all that, but it's nothing totally remarkable. Could be better, though. Could be worse. Usually ends up being worse. And we still have a long-ass way to go, too. That's a shame. I wish I could at least see the end of this hallway, but it's still just that far out there, huh? It should only be one more trip to the icebergs as well, and then we should actually have all the ice we need, so... Oh, it's actually fairly close. Oh, okay, that's not too bad then. It's the rest of this way here is what'll be a little bit more time, but... Yeah, it should literally just be one more trip, and then we'll have everything, so that's super easy at least. That's cool. Good for them. Yeah, there's one on Amazon for like 110 bucks because it's also Black Friday. Well, not Black Friday, yeah, but it might as well be because of it being Thanksgiving. Well, it depends what you want to make too, Lenny, is like, it's like the size of the thing that you're printing as well, because smaller printers only have, they tend to have a lot less capacity for printing, which there's nothing wrong with that at all as long as you are aware of that and the thing you're trying to print's small enough, you know. Whoa. I don't know if I'd ever get into 3D printing. It might one day, but I'd have to have like a good bit more money for me to even think about it because I literally just don't have like a whole lot right now. And the space too, like I don't have a lot of space in here neither. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm gonna call you Phlegma because I can do that. Doing a little bit of digging because I'm hungry and I want some ice to eat, obviously. But no, I'm building a funny little tunnel down to Nether Fortress because I don't want to walk 1,500 blocks each way every single time. That would not be very cool. This is cool, at least. Mainly because it's ice, but, you know. Oh, it's just 3.5 millimeters if that's the biggest part, yeah. Definitely do something like that. Oh, nice. Oh shit, I was just at like 40 something today too, that's why it's extra cursed, dang. Well, not 49, but I think I was at like 45 or something this morning, but thanks for being the 50th sub, I guess. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's gone up actually a good bit for my channel just because of me like multi-streaming between here and Twitch, so that's neat. I might actually start doing a little bit more. Probably not, but... Alright, this should get us the rest of the packed ice we need. I don't think I really need to go for a full inventory here, but... Since I'm already there, I mean, I might as well just get a little bit more. There we go. And with this, this ought to be the rest of the tunnel done, so... 437, that's quite a lot, yeah. Good for you, man. I don't really do a whole lot on YouTube. Do a little bit more on Twitch, but like YouTube-wise, I want to actually make videos and stuff at some point, but that means I have to sit down and make videos, unfortunately, so you know how that one goes. Plus, a lot of my shit's just streaming Minecraft, so there's always stuff I could edit down, I'm sure, but it's more about the journey and not really the destination with these, so I don't really like editing a lot of these down. because there's really nothing to get from them, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, we can just start filling in the rest of this packed ice here, and we ought to be good to go. So ideally today I'll get the Blaze Farm all fully like done and dusted, is what I'm really aiming for. So we need to dig a 9x9 square that goes like 3 blocks up, and from the spawner it probably needs to go like 7 blocks down or something. So it'll have the spawner and then like 7 blocks of air, and then I need to account for like the actual floor, so I'll be like 10 blocks below the spawner. But I'll be standing like directly below it, so it should be able to spawn, but... Oh, I'm trying not to die, I'm working on it, but it should be fine. I think the thing for good editing is just having a nice style and just kind of sticking with it, you know. Not necessarily having a nice style, but even knowing how to edit's usually like the hard part, because at that point it's just a creativity thing, but I gotta actually sit down and relearn how to use editing software, because the last thing I touched was like Adobe Premiere when I was like in 7th grade, so like 9 years ago or something by now. So, it's been a little bit. Would have been 6th grade. I don't know, but either way, it's been a hell of a long time since I've used it, so I ought to build it better. But just editing a bunch of jump cuts, I mean, you know, where's the heart in that, you know? There's nothing inherently wrong with a jump cut, but like with anything in life, you gotta use it a little sparingly, you know? I just don't want my shit to blend together with every other Minecraft YouTube tutorial or anything where it's like, hey guys, today we're building a massive blaze spawner. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Like, I don't want that, you know? I'd rather have it be a little bit more laid back like this. So even if it's a little bit more boring, it's, you know, still better than nothing, or I don't know, just having too much energy like that feels like the wrong move. Or at least to me, for what I want to do. Of course, you can edit however you want, it's your video, but it all depends what you're really aiming to do. I think we're near the end. Oh, hey, shit, we are. Good. We're finally getting there. Alright, so this will actually put us all the way done. We'll definitely have enough ice to finish it up, so that's good. Oh shit, we can actually see the end. No way. That's everything. We did it. We laid down the whole iceboat road with some to spare. So if I need to build another tunnel, I've already got a little bit of a head start. But yeah, it's just a quick boat ride now all the way to the basalt deltas that have the nether fortress. That's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and show what I got cooked up over here so far. That was a little glitchy, but whatever. I'll have to work on getting him to stop at some point, on getting him to stop spawning, but that's alright. So now we're about 1,500 blocks out from my main portal. I don't have anything to place, of course, so I ought to fix that. But yeah, we're just out here in a basalt delta. Got here by hand, just on foot at first, and then eventually I found it. And then we tunneled up into the ceiling and out and back into my base. So now that the floor is laid in, we're actually pretty good. The nice thing about this being a basalt delta is I've got all this lava, so when I get to make the blaze spawn, I don't have to keep going back and forth between like this and like another farm or something. I can just come here and do this, so it's pretty good. I already raided this whole nether fortress. I already got some nether wart as well, and everything else here is kind of junk, so I've just got a little like base camp while I work on this farm. I get ready to start working on this farm. Because luckily it's fairly safe. We still get something to spawn in here every once in a while, but not too bad otherwise. as safe as it's gonna be, pretty much. I think the ceiling's high enough. Of course, it's just getting the rest of the floor in and taking all this shit out at some point is what's gonna take a little bit more time. We've got another spawner out in that direction too, but I don't really need it since this one's closer, but... Oh, well, I guess goodbye then, Tygo, but... No, I haven't played on a server in a hot minute, honestly, just at all. Hasn't really been any that's gotten to me, and, well... I'm kinda interested vaguely, but... I don't know, it's more like I'd have to really be in the mood for it, and most of the time I'm not. I don't mind playing on them, though. But yeah, I haven't played on them in a hot minute, so... Hey, this is pretty quick, no way. Not quicker than walking. I definitely would be interested in that at one point, yeah. I'm planning on it probably be a little bit of a different story, but at least be nice to go out and see it, and maybe I will play on it if you're willing to have me, but... Oh, it's fun. Ah, he missed. I got a bow too, bitch. What the fu- Oh, he actually shot my bow. There we go. That was a lot quicker than last time, so that's good. But now we're just at a point where I think it's just assembling some materials together is all. And in fact, speaking of materials, we actually need to grab a little bit while we're out here. The main thing just being wood. I just need nether wood is all. I need it to not burn. And we'll go ahead and break out our normal pickaxe for this just so that we don't risk dying. Here we go. I'll probably just gun for like about a stack of stems and then we'll go from there. Just protection 3 and breaking 3 in the chest plate. Got an actual solid pick here. I've got another solid pick, but it's got silk touch this time, and then looting 2 and breaking 3 on the sword. Oh, and the bow. The bow's got actual good enchants on it, so it's nothing major yet. I think I'm only on day like 90 in game. Yeah, I'm on day 89, so there's still a lot of time and a lot of stuff to do, but all without villager trading so far. Because of course the moment I get villager trading, then I'm just gonna grind for like a bunch of shit, but you know, I don't like working with villagers that much anymore. But they're good for now, yeah. Let's go look at them go. Mainly fortune is like the big thing too, just because I'd found so much like diamond ore while I was like mining in my caves that like I think I've got like 14 or 16 like diamond blocks I'm sitting on just for right now, so pretty good. Can't go too wrong with that. There we go. Ought to be a solid bit of wood to get started with. Yeah, about 50 blocks of stems, yeah. And then we'll go ahead and make some, here we go. We'll make some fences real quick too, just while I'm here. A little something like that. Make some fence gates. But enchanting that stuff ain't really that hard. It's just getting the levels to do it, of course, which that's always the fun part, is grinding for levels for a very long time. Everyone loves doing that. I've got a solid enough base so far. It's just a hallway mainly, but it's what's actually outside of the hallway that's at least okay. Of course, let me put away some of the packed ice first, and I need to start gathering some extra blocks while I'm out here, but let's see, another shit that I just put away because I just made the storage system today. Here we go. And we'll put ice up here because I think it'd be funny. Yeah, there we go. Already got spare wood. We'll take some ladders. No, we won't. Cobble, we definitely want a lot of. I need to actually go get, I should take some of these with me too. Should have put it away in monster drops, right? Yeah, it should be here. I need to make a chest for brewing ingredients. I don't know why I didn't think of that yet. Probably because there's already a chest in my house with brewing ingredients in it, because it's, you know, where all the brewing stands are, so I'll have to remember that, but it's fair. I appreciate it a bunch. Oh, the other ones are more just there for the ride. There's a couple of cool things like in some of them, but honestly, they're just, you know, it's more of like a you had to be there XD kind of thing, but otherwise they're solid enough. It's the main one that I'm working on, the other hardcore world that's actually good. It's like 1870 days, something like that, so pretty high up there. But it's a cool enough base so far. You know, I got all my different farms here, and I gotta replant that at some point with carrots, sugar cane, growing some trees. I need to texture this a little bit better, but I kind of didn't have a lot of blocks, so it's a solid enough base to start with, but there's always more to do, pretty much. It's the first time I've actually really sat down and made a proper base. I wanted sand, that's right. And I need to make a dock because it's about time I actually had a staircase going down to the water. I haven't done that yet for some reason. Let's see here. Should be up here. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Get those. And then we'll just make a stack of deep slate brick stairs. Super easy. And that'll be pretty good. I'll get it started at least. Then it should be a fairly easy way to get down and out, so. And we'll try and trim up the edges of this a little bit. Here we go, yeah, so it should be something like down there is what I'm really aiming for. That's where we'll build our dock, or at least have our stairs going down to the ocean. I can build a dock later. And we'll just kind of slot this in down here, and should be good. Alright, and then this should get me at least easy access to the ocean if nothing else. really here for sand, but I don't exactly have a desert nearby, I think. I don't think I do. I probably don't. I feel like I would have seen it by now. Um, Not at the moment, honestly. Trying to get better at exercise at the bare minimum, but sports-wise, not particularly. I used to play soccer though when I was a kid, but it turns out trying to kick people in the shins is in fact not cool, so you know how that one ended. But other than that, no, I just haven't really been in the sports since. Still good to get up and go out and actually do stuff, but not really anything sports-wise. Not down here, at least in Florida. Too damn hot all the time to really do anything. Although I guess for a hobby, at least, I've been like picking locks for like lock sport, if nothing else. Oh, I seem to have miscounted. Whoops, that's annoying. Picking locks is fun. Yeah, this one's gonna suck to build, huh? Okay. A straight cliff off the edge, and it's probably fine. Can't see this going too wrong. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, my other problems I can't really get distracted from no matter what, so it's better to just accept it and just try and do better, at least on my end. Trying to at least pick up a couple of different hobbies, like I'm trying to learn how to draw again and things like that, so I still have other hobbies outside of just gaming, but actually having the motivation to do them is that last little bit that I'm getting hung up on, unfortunately. But once I can get that figured out, it's over, you know. I got a good plan of like how to actually achieve my goals, but it's literally just getting the right motivation and the right routine to be consistent and actually consistently do something instead of just only sometimes. Now that I think about it, this is probably a bit more of a stupid ass dock, but that's alright. It don't really matter. I think I'm gonna need more cobble, huh? Yep, seems like it. Alright. Try and mine at least a little bit here. I'll just break out the efficiency pick, because why not? I can fix it up pretty quickly if nothing else, but a lot harder without mending, that's for sure. Now this thing is definitely ugly as hell, but it'll probably be cool one day. And if it's not, that's alright too. But there's plenty of time to fix it up at least, so. Not to mention there's that cool little cove I want to actually do something with at some point, but. Of course, the reason I came down here was for sand, and naturally, there's not a whole bunch of sand nearby, because of course there's not. Unless it's under the water and I can't see it that well, but surely it ought to be kind of close, right? Yeah, it probably is. Oh yeah, see, here we go. So I'll probably, like, I don't know. I'll probably make like an airtight little thing down here just so I can mine sand a lot easier. Because I'm gonna have to dredge it all up from the ocean floor, unfortunately. Like real life. Wow, no way. There we go. That's pretty good. And then we'll build a little underwater base. Just to have, mainly. Welcome back. I finished making my ugly ass staircase, so now I can start dredging some sand from the ocean floor. As it turns out, not being near a desert kinda stinks sometimes. Or even knowing where one is, that's usually not a good thing to have. Not a good problem to have. I think we'll make 6 doors, and then it's literally just a matter of build a funny little hut down here and empty it out with torches, and then that pretty much should be it. We got a cobblestone, we got our doors. Just got to drop down to the bottom of the world here. There's fucking lava near me? Are you kidding me? I guess we're near a cave or something by the sounds of it, so that's cool. Whoops. Drowning is especially not cool, so let's try and avoid that for a little while. There we go, okay. Oh, other than that, I guess. Ah, joy. I missed a block. There we go, okay. So this ought to keep us fairly safe and dry while we dredge up a little bit of sand. Shouldn't be anything too crazy. Alright, in the meantime, this ought to be pretty good. Getting better at PvP. Definitely could never be me. I have not even been in a server in, I think, years at this point. No, not true. I played in a server a little while ago with some friends on Bedrock once, but other than that, I haven't been in a server in a long ass time. PvP is fun, though. Alright, we'll leave these open and just start digging soon. We're only using it for bottles at the moment, by the way, so it's not anything too groundbreaking yet. Mainly because it doesn't need to be. This is a pretty quick way back up to the base too, so not a bad build. Could have probably built it a little bit farther out to be perfectly honest, but I don't regret building it here at least, so that's usually good. But we'll go ahead and start cooking up some of this, and while we're waiting, we'll get the rest of the crafting ingredients all put together for the fire resistance potions, and start getting some material put together too. Especially cobblestone, I'm gonna need a lot of it for the blaze spawner. I don't want to just build it out of netherrack or nothing. We'll throw that away in there. We'll split it up a little bit so it's a little bit quicker. Um, I'll probably just retry this challenge on a different world if I die. Or I'll go back to my other hardcore world and just keep doing stuff there. Because I'm just using this world to get away from my other one mainly, so. But I actually have a better plan. I simply will not die. It's honestly just that easy. But no, in all seriousness, if I die in this one, I mean I died here, so I'll just start a new one. Sucks that I'll lose the progress that I made. Especially I had a god tier start. I got like full diamond armor within like the first part because I found this loaded cave and just went crazy with it, and it had a ton of shit in it. So it was a real good start. So losing off of that would be a real shame, but you know, these things do happen, so hoping they don't, but they do, so let's see here, blaze rods. Oh, we should be at that point now where our not soul sand, our nether wart should be grown in pretty well. And we started with like 38, I believe it was, so. And we're in fact over a stack, so we definitely are doing real good here. Nice. Yeah, it's usually the first couple of streams are like the most interesting because it's just surviving and getting out there, but, you know, other than that, it's just survive and don't die from something stupid, so it's never that bad. We'll put some of these away for now, and I'll turn the rest into powder. And we've got 6 magma cream, and realistically we're only going to use 3. Now, I should have some glowstone here. And we'll take some redstone dust as well. It's redstone to make it longer and glowstone to make it stronger. That's pretty easy. We have enough glass here, so we'll make a couple of bottles, like so. I don't know where I'll put the glass, but we'll just throw it away somewhere for now. It can go with the ice, or next to the ice, because it's like the same thing, right? Here we go. I will take quarter stack of nether wart. Got our blaze powder for our fuel. We got our magma cream for brewing. We've got our redstone dust here for some extra cooking. Otherwise, start loading these in. And we'll just start loading in our powder like so. And there we go. And then we just gotta start brewing in our nether wart. And it's just waiting for now. I don't have enough magma cream. I need to get just a smidge more. If I could actually grow some carrots, I could make some night vision potions. That actually would be real nice. I had to do that at some point. In fact, I still have those carrots I do need to harvest, so I'll probably go harvesting them and start replanting them somewhere. Gonna have to. Let's see what we got. We got our Fortune 3 pickaxe, and we'll just go ahead and head on down and harvest our carrots and replant, and hope I can get some more. This night vision, I didn't even think about it until just now. That ought to be like super useful to have. I've got all that bone meal too, so I can just bone meal a bunch of these up if I really want to, but I don't think I'm gonna do that yet. That's a good start. Still got all these sheep here, of course I have to go shear at some point, but that should be fine. Now we should have our fire resistance here, but we need to get our redstone cooking first. Make them a little bit longer. And it has to be redstone because I can't make a fire resistance potion stronger, so yeah, redstone makes it longer. That's good. That gets us 12 potions. Not that we'll go through all of them, but it's good to have extra. And there was another thing I wanted to grab from here that I completely fucking forgot about. Oh well, I guess I will grab that in a little bit. Should have our metals in here that we can use because I need some extra buckets. There we go. I was right on the tip of my tongue what I wanted, but I forgot already again. No. Yeah, I totally forgot what I wanted to get. Whoops, that's a little annoying. There's gotta be something here that'll jog my memory. Probably not, at this rate. I'll remember it when I remember it, I guess, huh? Shears! Right, yes, I wanted to shear the sheep, and I wanted to breed the cows. There we go. Let's go ahead and get some of our wheat. And then I should have my leftover shears here. And one of these will have enough for me to make a new set of them. There we go. While we're here, we'll go ahead and steal all of these. So we got 8 minutes of fire resistance. That should definitely last us quite a good while. I guess we'll move these to a different chest so we can keep our potion ingredients a little separate. 24 minutes ought to be more than enough time to cook up what I need to cook up, but we'll leave all that there for now, and then we'll start getting the rest of the materials ready here pretty soon. It's just cobblestone, nether wood, and like buckets, so it's nothing like too ridiculous at all. That's about right. I know these assholes are just hungry, so see what we can feed them. And then should be the last time I really need to breed up these sheep, because I think any more than this and they'll start eating a little bit too much grass, and we just don't want that. Mainly the cows I'll need to breed up more in the future. Oh yeah, I'm more than stacked on fire resistance. A real good thing to have a ton of, you know. Especially because I'm going to be doing a bunch of work here in the nether today, so let me make sure I have it on me for a while. I want all this wool too, by the way, because I have a deep dark biome under my house, and I'm not fully convinced that there isn't an ancient city down there yet, so well, if there is one, I want to be ready. As in, I'll just have a bunch of wool, and then that's why I'm trying to grow those carrots for night vision, so there'll be some pretty cool stuff once it's all done. But I got a solid little base so far, so it's pretty good. The inside of it actually needs to do better, but the outside with like how I'm organizing stuff, I love it. You know, it's a lot better than what I've used to do in the past, so I'm pretty happy with it. Let's think materials wise though. We're gonna want some cobble just to have to kind of flatten everything out a little bit. We can always get more later. Let's think what else. We really are gonna want our buckets. We've got our nether wood. So this is gonna make us our fence gates and whatnot. Hoppers are another thing I haven't thought of until right now. And we're gonna want like 3 of them probably. Let's go ahead and just make some extra chests. And we'll grab some extra iron and we'll make 3 hoppers. There we go. I can always make more later if I need to. And then a double chest will be good for now. We've already got slabs on site, so we don't need to actually bring any with me. And I'll pick up the lava when I'm there. But it's literally just dig a big, deep hole, and then just put lava in each of the corners and have it all flow to the center. And that's it, and that's the whole farm. So it's not exactly rocket science, luckily. So should be pretty easy to do. Fire resistance is our big thing here because we're going to be working with a lot of lava. So let's go ahead and stock up on 6. So that's 48 minutes of fire resistance. I won't need all that time, but that's alright. And in terms of other things to build it, there really is nothing. It's just go there and build it. So it's not exactly brain surgery until I beat open a guy's skull, and then it is brain surgery by definition. So, you know. But it'll be fine. What's the worst that'll happen? Besides, the doctor normally does have a gun anyway, so, you know, this one does. Nether Fortress time. Yep, we're good. This is a lot quicker than walking. I'm so happy I did this. It sucked making it, but, oh. That's cool. Good for him for trying it, though. That's fair. I stream pretty often, so it shouldn't be that hard to catch me again, but thanks for coming out at least, like, I appreciate it a bunch. This should be a pretty easy build. If I dig it deep enough, that is. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to. I just gotta not be stupid, but that's the hard part. Yeah, only encountering one skeleton on the way here is pretty good, so I can definitely deal with something like that. And we're here. It's just that easy. I should put buttons on the floor, but yeah, it is definitely a lot of work. I don't have the wood for it right now, but a stack of logs makes, 256. I could get it quicker than I think, but again, that still means I have to place like 3,000 buttons by hand, which is doable, but I'm already kind of tired of doing tunnel stuff, so I'll probably do it another day, honestly. And because this was like another tunnel I had to dig yet again. Let's go ahead and pack away some of our stuff here. Just that way we've kind of got our inventory cleaned up a little bit. I'll take one of these, and it's just break in to start mining. So remember, we want to go 4 blocks out, so 1, 2, 3, and then that makes 4 there. We've already hit our wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Do a little something like that, and we'll seal up some of the corners as well. This will be a fairly routine farm, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, so we need to dig into here just a little bit. Now they can still try and walk over to me to beat me to death, so they're not completely harmless, but they're pretty harmless, so like that. That's what we don't want them to do. There we go. Oh. That hurts more than I'd like. One, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still want to try and keep things a little bit clean while we're here. So we'll have to be a little mindful. Efficiency definitely helps us out a bunch though, so. Oh, we got 440 left for fire rays, so we're already doing pretty good. let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Yep. Jackass. One, two, three, 4. Yep. I should use a golden carrot, but that means I've got to actually have gold and carrots, so, you know. Use steak, if nothing else, would be a little bit better, but baked potatoes are just a lot easier to get a hold of this early on, so. I know I can get golden carrots from villager trading, but I'm trying not to do villager trading till after I beat the dragon. These guys aren't that bad. Well, they're not that bad yet, but sure they will be. There we go, so that's a good start. We got a fairly large hole dug out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. That is definitely a little bit more, though. I think we'll probably go down another 4 blocks, so. I'm gonna try and make sure that these stay alternated a little bit, so that way that is not what I wanted to do. But I want to make sure these stay alternated, so that way it's a little bit easier to count. Uh-oh. Pay attention, though, to what's going on. My armor is still not that good, so I need to kind of be a little mindful. I think it's at half health, so it's not bad or nothing yet, but it can be worse, and it will be worse soon enough. Okay, we got 35 seconds of fire resistance left, so we're out of here for right now. Just to make sure I don't die, and also so that way it gives me some time to clear out my inventory a little bit. There we go. A little something like that. Got 37 blaze rods out of it, so that's already pretty good. And goal of this world is to just not die, pretty much just doing whatever, honestly. It's not really a big overarching goal. I've already got that in another world, and I really don't want to keep repeating that, so. Let's see, this will get us our fire res. It's just another 8 minutes to work with here. I need to dig down a little bit here to actually get to the bottom layer. Nope, rude. I'll have to like go back up and break those at some point. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go down another 2, and then we'll call it there, and then we'll just fill it in. That's gonna be our floor layer. Oh, it's just a little bit easier for XP. They drop 10 XP per kill instead of like 5 from like a lot of other normal mobs. And also the rods are nice too for fuel, and you know, can't hurt to have more for brewing, but it's really just the XP, honestly. This ends up being a lot more convenient than like the only other spawner I got, which is like a cave spider spawner, so I'll just end up using these. But it's the same amount of like, you know, hits to kill for like double the XP, so there's really no reason not to have one. That should put us at our floor. There we go. Alright. So we'll go ahead and start packing away some of this stuff, and we'll probably build the kill chamber first. Sounds like they're still trying to kill me, which is very annoying because they shouldn't really be here this deep in. We still got another 354 fire res, so we're doing pretty good. There we go. And all we really need to do is pretty easy. Just let's see. Just go down to here and tunnel down. There we go, do a little something like that. Then I should have brought sticks with me, or I should have just brought those ladders after all, I guess, but that's alright. Nope, don't want to do that. Oh yeah, duh. I'd just do it the other way. Okay, so right now we're at floor level here. So I need to go another 2 down. And then we can go ahead and seal this off. And then this should just be a straight line down. So we'll seal that off for now, just so that way it's out of the way and it's a little bit safer. And then we're going to want to start getting our hoppers and all that kind of stuff. I can build a raid farm for XP, but that means I have to sit down and build a raid farm, unfortunately. And same deal, I've built one of those before, and they're a little bit too fucked up and broken, honestly. There's nothing wrong with having them at all, and I still have them in my other world, but I kind of just want to avoid them for right now. Because if I really wanted to, I should have been doing like villager trades like a lot earlier and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of it's just having challenge at this point because it's really not that hard anymore. Let's see, we should just have to put in some slabs down here at the bottom. And then I need 3 fence gates as well. They have to be nether wood. That way they don't burn. Okay, that's cool that it shifted while I was in the middle of crafting shit. That's nice. Here we go. Make some of those. And then we'll make 3 gates like so. And, now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to clear out the blazes that are left in here. And then go ahead and start placing in all of our gates. How do I want to do this, I guess? It's a good thing to figure out. Yeah, because there are a lot of them in here. At least I can kill them faster than they can come in, but it's still definitely annoying. Whoops. Not want that. There we go. Do a little something like that. And then just hightail it out of here. There we go. One should be pretty easy. So now it's literally just, I'm gonna fill this out just to make it look a little bit nicer. So I think we're literally just at the point where I just need to go get lava and go flush it into some corners. So let's go ahead and grab our 4 lava buckets from out here, and then that should be about the whole farm. Because the only thing after that is just like minutia, like just fixing up the room to make it a little bit bigger and things like that, but that's super easy to do, so I'm not too worried. There we go. And then I've got enough blocks in here to do what I need to do. There we go, yeah, a little something like that. It sounds like there's blazes in spots that they really shouldn't be in. Like if I open up this wall. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Let's see here. We've got our ladder still, so that's good. There we go, yeah, a little something like that should be pretty good. Now if we pop down here, yeah, we can start getting them in. I wonder if I should build this just one block lower. I think I might. Just so that way they don't, like, trying to get out once they're in, you know? That's a pretty easy fix, so it's not too bad. Here we go. There we go, something like this ought to be pretty good. There we go. Alright, cool. That's all done. I'll have to put in some windows at some point too, but that's nothing to worry about for right now. We can leave these 3 fire resistance potions here since I don't really need them here right now. And we'll leave, like, the leftover buckets here and that stick. As otherwise, I did everything I really wanted to do, so let's head back to the base and go get some glass and go put it in. We'll probably just make some easy windows here or something, but other than that, we're pretty much good. Alright, last time. I'll bring those, no I did not, alright. Let's also bring in some of the rods. They're pretty solid fuel sources early on, so glad to have them. I have to bring some stairs with me though too. Probably bring like a stack of cobblestone stairs and then that should pretty much be good. Hey, it's already been 2 hours. How cool. And OBS hasn't crashed once. I think I finally got it to simmer down a little bit, which is real nice. Oh, it's a good start if nothing else. Don't mind it. I'm glad I got packed ice in it at least, but definitely a solid for right now for what I need. I mean, I got easy way to packed ice, easy way to another fortress. I've actually got a hole that goes up to the nether roof. Well, I have to blow out the hole first, but I got the right size bedrock for it at least. And then I got a ladder that goes all the way down to the bottom of the nether for netherite mining, and then a funny little shack down here for just my portal, I guess. And yeah, it's a nice sub. I'm so used to having my storage there, I forget that I moved it, but that's alright. We'll go ahead and dump that away. I should have mob drops right under there. The bones away there. I'll probably just put the wood, like the nether wood with actual wood, just so it's a little bit easier to remember. Stairs were the other thing that we actually want. I definitely have, yeah, here we go. I don't have a lot of them, but should definitely have enough, or I'll be able to make enough at least. Here we go. Some extra stairs. Yeah, it's not too bad. Know about the like funny little piston trick and all that. It's nothing too bad at all. I don't use an auto clicker, of course, so that's where it gets a little sketchy because I always make sure I have like a bunch of the same materials on hand so in case I fuck it up, I don't have to get stuck on the roof forever. Or not that I ever get stuck on the roof forever, because I could just build a portal up there and then leave, but pretty much like trying to break the hole in one go is what I'm really after. But yeah, let's go ahead and fill in these stairs where they need to go. After I get the glass first, because that's what we were actually there for. And I totally forgot about it. Whoops. That one kind of slipped past me a little bit. I'll have to make some more diamond tools too. These are getting ready to break here pretty soon. Definitely got the money to spare though, at least that's always good. Oh yeah. Um, let's see. Oh, glass, right? Yeah, I was smelting it. Here we go. That should be enough to get me started, and then I'll have to go out and dredge out a little bit more sand. I'll keep it with the dirt. I don't give a fuck. You can go right there. But yeah, when I eventually do stuff on the roof, of course, I'll bring in enough stuff for a portal. I like trying to break the hole first, but if nothing else, I can just make a portal up there and hope for the best. At least technically it's possible to, if you've got the building blocks on hand, which I guess that would be another, that would actually end up being your biggest issues if you didn't have any building blocks, then you'd be really fucked. I was gonna say, like, technically you could just, like, if you ever got, like, stuck all the way in the, up on the roof, then you could just, you know, try and spawn a bunch of zombie piglins for their gold and then trade it away for obsidian, hopefully. If you were a lunatic, you could try that. I could definitely do a minecart ladder, but same deal, I've done it before, and that means I still have to set up a minecart ladder, so they're not hard to make or nothing, but I really don't need it yet because I'm not going between the top of the world and the bottom of the world too often. It'd be different if I had a reason to keep going up and down like a bunch, because the only real time I'd want it is for like the netherite mine down there, but otherwise I'm good to just ignore it for now. I'll definitely have one later though, just not for a while. Trying to save what little resources I got. I don't really want to build a whole bunch of farms yet until after I go to the, or a bunch of automatic farms until after I beat the Ender Dragon. So a lot of my stuff has just been manual, and then, you know, you've got like your spawner farms, but those are still pretty manual, so. Oh yeah, duh, what am I here for? Don't know how I forgot. I don't know how I keep making the same mistake repeatedly about carving this stuff. Nope. Uh-oh. Forgot about that, I guess. Ah, it sounds like it's burning up all my torches or something. Nice. Measure twice, cut once. Should have learned something from woodshop, but that's alright. As I don't have any blocks on me to fix it, so it's even more annoying, honestly. Oh well. It's alright. I know it's a little bit fucked up, but it don't really matter. As long as it gets me up and down a little bit faster, that's all I really need it for. Same deal with these. There's always a lot to do, but especially farming wise, I love making a lot of automatic farms, but I'm really just waiting for the crafter before I go back to my other hardcore world, just because it's like just cool, you know. I've already got a ton of other farms there, but a lot of them are near my base too, and I was working on digging out like a big like chunk area to like see how many farms I could load and just like with just one person in like that short of an area and see what I could do with it, because that would have been pretty cool. But of course I don't have any crafter yet because, well, it's not out yet. Oh, that's cool. Like they never knew I was here or something. There we go, we'll just do a little something like that and that should tie it up nice. There we go. That's what we're talking about right there. I still need to get sharpness on this at some point. But I'll probably just go get level 30 and then go see what else there is. I want to start enchanting, I think, my pants up next. I think they had them breaking 3 in the enchantment table, so... Let me see, too. I think I'll take the empty bottles back with me here. And we'll just kind of dump a bunch of this shit away, and I'm taking my excess, though, back with me. We can leave this wood here in case I need it, but I'll, take most of the cobble back with me. Because I kind of need it back in my own base. But yeah, automated farming is definitely very nice. It's just not something I want to do at the moment, just with, you know... It's just too soon in the world, and it makes it, like, way too easy. Especially building a raid farm, because if I just had a raid farm, I would just use it for emeralds, and then just go get a bunch of villager stuff locked away, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're at full prot 4 without even fighting the dragon yet. Which I've totally never done before, and it totally does not make the dragon fight super duper easy or anything like that. So I'm staying away from villagers and a lot of, like, fully automated farming for a while. But only for a little bit. Let him go. Here we go. I get this up to level 30 and back home. We got a funny little window to see out if anything spawns, and oh, that explains a lot. That was actually the other thing I forgot to do, apparently. Whoops. Luckily, this one's a pretty simple fix, if nothing else, so... I totally forgot to remove all these. Oh, yeah, right. I don't have any fire resistance on. I should probably drink one of those. Now we can go ahead and get rid of the rest of the torches. I don't know how I missed that when I was building the glass the first time, but at least I know now. Let's maybe not try and hit it with just a pickaxe in case I hold it for just a little bit too long. If I fuck it up, then it's gonna be all worth nothing, so... Alright, there we go. Rude. Yeah, there's a lot more shit now starting to spawn, so... That's alright. It's an easy mistake to make, but it's a super easy one to fix at least. Next challenge without potions. The only time I really use potions is for building this, so that would, you know... Like after I'm done building a blaze spawner, that's it, or I could just choose to not build a blaze spawner. I think the only other potions I tend to use are night vision and fire resistance, and like that's it. I keep a couple of instant health on me normally, but... You know... Don't really need to this early on. Yeah, potions aren't really super duper useful unless they're for things like this, just because you can't stack them, they take up too much space otherwise, so... I really do hope they end up implementing that, you know. Or you can like stack them up to stacks of 16. But it's not that I couldn't build this without like a fire resistance or anything, but it's more like it's just gonna add a bunch of extra difficulty for the sake of adding extra difficulty. I know. It just means that it's gonna take a lot longer to build something that's not hard to build, and it's just a little ridiculous after a certain point. But totems, though, on the other hand, not having any of them means you don't have any kind of fallback for doing something stupid, especially shields, too, because shields you can make super early on, and they trivialize a bunch of, like, ranged mobs, but... Oh, yeah, I guess I never blocked that back in. Whoops. Let's maybe, do this a little bit more. Here we go, just so I don't walk off a cliff accidentally, because I actually almost did, so... That was not nice. There we go. Yeah, fire resistance is probably the most useful. Strength isn't bad, but if you already have sharpness 5, you do so much damage that you're only really doing it if you're trying to like speed run like something super specific, because otherwise it's just not that worth it. Night vision's honestly pretty nice for like just exploring the oceans. Not necessarily for like living down there or nothing, but it's nice for exploring them super easy. Okay. Well, that was a little annoying. Did not like that one. I'm lucky I didn't piss off these two, because then we would have really had something bad. Although they're starting to piss me off, so I might just shoot them. Because they're just being a little ridiculous now. You know what? I think I will. What are you gonna do about it? You can't even fucking walk. Yeah, underwater breathing's definitely pretty nice, but it's only nice for like ocean monuments to an extent, because you'll just end up drinking a milk bucket to get rid of the mining fatigue, which gets rid of the water breathing. That's a little annoying. Actually, water breathing at the very start of this world helped me out a ton. Because I found a couple of buried treasure along the way, so I decided to hold on to them for a little bit, and then I came across like this giant like underwater cave. So I just drank one of those and was out exploring. I found something like 10 or 12 diamonds just from like mining underwater. Alright, nope, we're gonna put buttons down at this point because this is just getting ridiculous. Because these guys want to be assholes, so they don't want to get the fuck out of the way, which is awesome and cool. Still a lot quicker than what I used to have to do, but it's just kind of ridiculous all the same. Especially because it's gonna end up killing me one of these days too if I'm not like paying enough attention. But outside of like underwater breathing and like fire resistance and night vision, the only other one I would really say is splash potion of instant health, and obviously like weakness too, just for like zombie carrying or zombie villager carrying. But instant health 2 potions, you'd be surprised, actually pretty nifty, not just to drink but also to use the splash potions. You know, I've moved around a good bit of shulkers before, and like, you know, a lot of the times when you're trying to get them to duplicate first and like have like sustained fission and all that, you have to, you know, get him to hit himself repeatedly. And sometimes, you know, you only bring over one shulker from like the end to the overworld, and then you just have a duplicate in the overworld from there. So if you fuck it up, you have a massive problem on your hands because now you have to go all the way back and go grab another one. But if you picked the rest of that city clean, then you have to go find another city, which is usually farther out, and it just gets worse and worse. So using instant health too to keep that one alive for the whole time, super useful thing to be able to do. Because without it, it's a lot more annoying to really use shulkers and have like a shulker farm at the start. It's a massive pain in the ass otherwise. Let's think. What else do we really want to do here? We got the blaze farm set up, and that was the main thing. I guess I gotta have like a bedroom in here or something, because why not? But I have an actual proper bedroom for once. Except for that. No, I don't know why I'm doing this part of it. I should just stick with one for now and actually have it on like ground level. Feels a little bit too weird otherwise. Here we go. This tunnel is just temporary for now. I really ought to start building stuff above ground, but I mean, it's had to build stuff, unfortunately, so, you know, get there when we get there at this rate, but we've done a good bit so far. Got a solid enough base, too. It's pretty safe, but there's still a lot more that needs doing. Mainly, I just need a lot more fences and, like, lighting around here is the main thing. Because this mountain's not very well lit, and then it's just kind of a mess otherwise. Go check on the carrots and see how they're doing. Oh, they're in fact growing, so that's cool. Oh yeah, across the way I've got a villager, like, well, village, I guess, that's over there, so at some point I want to do something with it, which is why I've kind of chose to live here, because this place is in a savannah. That one is, so I don't want to live there, but it's close enough to where I am right now, where I can just get another portal that goes between them, and then I can just have an ice belt road that goes between them, and it'll be a lot cooler to do. But that's a lot later. I don't really need a trading hall for now, but otherwise we've got like good bit of crops. We're growing a bunch of trees. We got a good bit of cows down here. Um, really, I need to fix that up though, but that's another day, I guess. And I need a couple more stairs going around. And there's still a lot more to do, but this is a start at least. I think that's honestly gonna do it today, though. I did everything I really wanted to with that hallway and that blaze spawner, so at this point, it's just getting a little bit better gear is all. That'll be something I'll probably do tomorrow, is just trying to get some nicer gear. I'll probably build an extra enchantment setup out of the blaze spawner just so I have it there too. So that'll be something to look forward to. Otherwise, that's probably gonna do it for me today. We're currently on day 95, and it's been 2.5 hours, so kind of want to go rest and do something else. But yeah, that's not a half bad idea. I gotta find moss first, but I could definitely do that. Yeah, that might be a good idea to do. I got the bone meal for it, so probably transform the mountain into moss, or at least a big chunk of it. Yeah, I could see that. Either way, I'm out for right now. So thank y'all for watching, and I hope to see y'all again next time.